Hello students, today we are going to learn about logical function part 2. This is one of the important topics of unit 6, that is Introduction to Excel from our computer fundamental subject. In this video, today we are going to learn example of various logical function used in Excel, that is if, and, or, true, false, XOR, not. Here we can see the example of if function. Before going for the example of if function, first we'll study the content of this Excel sheet. That is, here we are having the name of the students. Here we are having the score of respective student, that is test 1 marks in this column, test 2 marks in this column, and test 3 marks in this column. And in this column we are having the total score, that is out of 50. Now if function. The if function checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Here we are having a if condition. In this respective cell we have to type the if condition. Here you can see this is one of the condition, that is F4, the content of the F4 greater than equal to 10. If this is the condition, it will produce true value, otherwise it will produce false value. Here you can see the respective F4 cell, F4 cell. So content of this cell, if it is greater than and equal to 20, it will produce true, and otherwise it will produce false. Here you can see the score of the students. In this, these three are scored more than 20, that's why it is true, and they got final result pass. Here the students got 16 and the conditions got failed and it is producing false, so this result is failed. Similarly, the student got score more than 20, that's why if condition produced the true and the students got pass. Next one is the AND function. The AND function returns true if all conditions are true and returns false if any of the conditions are false. Here we are having an AND condition. In this respective cell you have to write the various condition. Here are the three condition, that is content of the C4 has to be greater than and equal to 8, content of the D4 that is greater than and equal to 4, and content of the E4 that is greater than and equal to 8. If all these three conditions are get satisfied, then only it will produce the true output. Here you can see these first three students are fulfilling all the three conditions, and that's why it's getting the true output and they got pass. Whereas Lisa has failed this condition and the condition is false, that's why it get failed. Similarly, the last student is passing all the condition, that's why it's producing output true and it got pass. Next function is OR function. The OR function returns true if any of the conditions are true and returns false if all conditions are false. Here we are having the OR condition. In this respective cell you have to write this condition, that is equal to OR. This is the condition number 1, condition number 2 and condition number 3. That is the value of C4 has to be greater than and equal to 8, the value of D4 has to be greater than and equal to 4, and value of E4 has to be greater than and equal to 8. Any of the condition from all of these, if satisfy, it will produce the true output. Or if all the conditions are satisfied it will produce true output. Otherwise, if all the conditions are get false, in that case only it will produce the false output. Here you can see the first 3 students are satisfying all the conditions. That's why it's produced the true output and they got pass. Similarly, the last students is going to satisfy all the conditions. That's why the output is true and it got pass. But if we consider the Lisa's condition, this first condition is get fail, that is content of this cell respective cell is less than and equal to it. Similarly, you can see here the content of this respective cell, that is 5, is less than and equal to 8. Here the first condition and the third condition is not satisfied. But if you see the second condition, here the content of the respective cell is greater than and equal to 4, and due to the OR function it will produce the true value. So Lisa has got pass. Next is a true function. This formula used by various other conditional functions such as if function. This example is same as the example of if. Similarly, the false function, here again we are using the if function example. It is same as the example of if function. Next function is XOR function, that returns a logical exclusive OR of all arguments. True if either arguments evaluates to true, false if both arguments are true, or neither is true. We'll understand the XOR function by this table. Here we are having the logical 1 condition and logical 2 condition and the final result. That is, if logical 1 is true and logical 2 is false, or logical 1 is false and logical 2 is true, it will produce the final output is true. That means true if either arguments evaluates to true. Now, if logical 1 and logical 2 both are true or both are false, that means the conditions results same over here as a true or false. In that condition, it produces the final output, that is false. That is false if both arguments are true or neither is true, that means it is false. This way the XOR function works here. Now here we are having the XOR condition. Okay, we have to write this condition over here, but unfortunately as my version is 2010 and this XOR function is introduced in 2013, I am unable to show you the actual result. But you can try either this code or you can use this code or condition. Not function. The not function changes true to false and false to true. Here we will write the not function. In this we have used the OR function itself. Whatever we have seen in the OR, here the not function will produce exactly opposite to the OR function. Whatever the OR function has given the output, this not function will give the opposite output of that OR function. In this respective column, you have seen, if we are considering the OR example, here we have got true value as any one of the condition or all of the condition has made by the students, and we got the true value in the OR function. But the not function changes true to false and false to true. That's why we have got here the false as an output, and all the students has got fail. So today we have learned the various examples of logical function used in Excel, that is of if, AND function, OR function, true function, false function, XOR function and NOT function. These are the references. So today we have covered the topic, that is logical function part 2. Thanks for watching this video.